guys, welcome back, my little monsters. So today I'm going to read one of my favorite stories, and then we're going to talk about some letters, and we're going to talk about the letters in our name and using them. So before I use this, I'm going to read you one of my favorite stories, and I love this book, and you probably have already read it, and I just think it's the greatest. There's so many letters, and they go up a tree, and it's craziness, and it's just so great. So the title to the story is Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. And it is written by Bill Martin Jr. And I just love this story. I think it's great. I'm reading this with permission of Scholastic. So let's read our story, and then we're going to do some fun stuff with our names. A told B, and B told C, I'll meet you at the top of the coconut tree. Whee, said D to EFG, I'll beat you to the top of the coconut tree. Chicka chicka boom boom, will there be enough room? Here comes H up the coconut tree. And I and J and tag along K, all on their way up the coconut tree. Chicka chicka boom boom, will there be enough room? Look who's coming, LMNOP. So all those letters going up there. It's a lot of letters, right, friends? And QRS and TUV. And still more WXYZ. The whole alphabet up the, oh no. Chicka chicka boom boom. What happened, friends? All the letters fell out of the tree. Probably because there was too many. Skit scat skadoodle doo, flip flap flee. Everybody's running to the coconut tree. Mamas and papas and uncles and aunts hug their little dears, then dust their pants. So now all the big letters came to help the lowercase letters. Help us up, cried ABC. So they're going back up. Next from the pile, skin knee D, stub-toed E, and patched up F, and then comes G, all out of breath. H is tangled up with I, J and K are about to cry, and L is knotted like a tie. M is looped and is stooped. O is twisted, alley-oop, skit scat skadoodle doop, flip flop flee. Look who's coming, it's black-eyed P, QRS, and loose-toothed T. Then UVW, wiggle jiggle free. Last to come, XYZ, and the sun goes down on the coconut tree. But, chicka chicka boom boom, look, there's a full moon. A is out of bed, and this is what he said. Dare, double dare, you can't catch me. I'll beat you to the top of the coconut tree. Chicka, chicka, boom, boom. And then we have all of our letters here. Uppercase and lowercase. So I love that story. It's just a silly, fun story about letters going up to a tree, falling apart down that coconut tree. Awesome. And they go in the order of the alphabet. And we're going to be doing a lot with letters. I gave you, boys and girls, in your folder of work to do, a baggie that looked like this. And inside of it was a strip of paper that looked like this with your name, with all the letters in your name. Then there was a blue paper that you're going to need. And then there was, I forgot my glue stick. That's okay. A green paper, a yellow paper, and a brown paper. So I'm going to turn this a little bit. I'm going to try. Okay, and you are going to use, I'll put this up here, the blue paper as your background. And I want you to take the strip of paper with your name on it. So my name is Mrs. Komazinski, but my first name is actually Natalie. So, don't mind my messy board back there. We're gonna make stuff to put up there. So I want you to take the letters in your name and see how each letter, I want you to count the letters in your name first. I started to count mine, so I'm gonna hold it together. I want you to count the letters in my name with me. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters. I know it's a long one, right? In my name. And see how each letter has its own box. We're gonna cut those boxes apart so that each letter is in its own box. So I'm gonna take my scissors like we did the other day. Remember we said we put our finger here because it's the driver, and we stick the other 3 guys in there and my thumb there. And our thumbs are always on the top. We're gonna do little bites, and we're gonna move the paper, not the scissors. So So I'm gonna hold my paper and I'm gonna do little bites. And I'm gonna cut each one of these letters apart. See, I'm not cutting the letters, I'm just cutting on those nice black lines like that. I'm gonna go nice and slow, and I'm gonna try to stay on the line. So then I should have all my letters cut out in nice, neat squares, right? Now what you're gonna do, boys and girls, is you're gonna put those like on the side here, okay? I should have had to do something else first, but that's okay. You gotta make your Chicka tree. And this is the fun part, and it's a little crazy, okay? So here's the fun part. You're gonna take your papers, all right, and you're going to rip them. This is gonna take you a little while, so you can work on this and maybe take a break and then go back and finish it up later if you want to, okay? Because this is really gonna take you a while. I'm wondering if I have a glue stick right over here, and I don't, because that would just be too easy. So you're gonna rip your paper, all right? And then you're gonna rip squares about that size. So they're gonna be kind of small, and you're gonna make a nice pile. So rip, pile. So put one finger here with your thumb, rip. And again, this is gonna take you a long time, like a super long time. And then you're gonna rip all your brown papers up and make a nice neat pile. Now be careful, because if you sneeze, they're gonna go everywhere. Then we're gonna take our green papers, rip. Now this looks really big, so I want them to be a little bit smaller, okay? So you're gonna rip all those papers up in a pile, and then do your yellow paper. Your yellow should be easier because it's a little bit thinner. All right, so I'm going to show you what you're going to do then. You're gonna take your glue stick that I don't have right here handy, of course not, and you're going to put your glue on your paper, and then really quickly, you're gonna make your own tree, okay? So you're gonna put the brown paper down on the bottom. Now remember, a tree grows out of the ground, so you want your brown to go all the way to the bottom of this blue paper because you're gonna need the room. Then you're going to do the green for the tree, and then you're gonna do the yellow for the sun before the sun goes down on the coconut tree. So it's gonna kinda look like our Chicka Chicka Boom Boom tree. Then we've cut up our letters in our name. Right, friends? Remember, we cut these and we took our time and we cut those nice squares. So now we're gonna make the letters in our name go up the tree. We are, it's true. And I can't believe I don't have my glue stick here. So our N would be the first letter in my name. Okay, so you could do it sideways or you could do it this way. And I'm gonna glue my letters onto my tree. And I'm gonna glue them so they go all the way up the coconut tree. Okay, I'm gonna pause my camera for 1 second and I'm gonna get my glue stick, friends. Okay, I got it. I got my glue stick. So when we use our glue sticks, we do have some kind of rules. When we take the cap off, we have glue. These could be awesome or they could get really messy. So when we use it, we're gonna put it up just a little bit. See how I have just a little bit there? Like, you can kind of see behind the black there. You don't need too much. Little dab will do you, friends. If you use too much glue, we're gonna go through glue sticks like crazy. We put our glue on the big paper, not on the small papers, okay? So I'm not gonna try to put it on here because that gets hairy and it moves around. So I'm gonna put a little dab here. See, that's it. And the first letter in my name is Natalie. So I'm gonna glue on my N first. I gave everybody a name tag with their name on it, or your name is written on your math crafts. So you can do it in there, and you can use that to help you if you need to look at your name while you're doing it. So the next letter in my name is the letter A. So I'm gonna get out my A, and I'm gonna put my A, and I'm gonna put my name all the way up the coconut tree. And then there's a T. Of course, it's a super long one. And you could do your letters all the way, mine's a long one. You could do it sideways if you wanted to, but we just wanna make sure our name's in order, just like our letters went up in order of the alphabet. Another A. My next letter is L. My next letter is I. And my last, but most certainly not least letter is E, all the way up the coconut tree. Okay? So there is my whole name. So boys and girls, this is what your Chicka Boom Boom tree should kind of look like. Yours will look a little different because everybody's is going to be a little bit different because our names are different and we might do our tree differently. But this is what yours is going to look like, okay? It's going to be super fun. A little suggestion I have for our helpers out there, after they've ripped up their papers, it's sometimes a nice idea to take the glue stick, now that I have one, and to maybe draw a rectangle for the tree and put the glue on, and then have them start gluing, starting at the bottom. That might be, let me move this up just a little bit. My camera doesn't go all the way down. So that might be a little bit helpful for them to kind of decide where they're gonna go. And once they finish the tree, then you can do the leaves, then you can do the sun. That might be helpful just to kind of guide them where they wanna go. Now when I'm finished with my glue stick, I'm gonna wind it down. So see how you can't even see the glue now? It goes underneath the cap here so it doesn't get all messy. Now I'm gonna put my cap on and I want you to listen. I'll put it real close. Do you hear that? Snap the cap. So when you're done, wind it down, put it on, and let's hear it. Snap the cap. That way we know our glue stick is closed, and then our glue stick isn't gonna dry up, and we know we'll have it for a really, really long time. So that's that, friends. That was our lesson today. We read Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, reviewed all the letters in the alphabet tree, watched them go up the tree. Then you got to rip tons of paper, and that's gonna make your hands stronger. And the stronger your hands get, the better writers you're gonna be. And then we got to make our own Chicka Boom Boom tree. Boys and girls, I'd like to keep these. So if your moms and dads could send this back when we do our work exchange, I would love that. Because I am still gonna hang some stuff up in our classroom. You'll make lots of stuff that you could keep at home, but this is something I do like to hang up for the whole school year. So I would like these back because I have a Chicka tree in our own room here and I'm gonna hang them all up there. Because when we come back to school, we're gonna want those there. All right, friends? Excellent work. If you have any questions, please email me. Make sure that you are checking that Google Classroom every day. Check under classwork to see what work you have for the day. And under our regular stream will be attendance or any notes that we need or any extras for moms and dads. But make sure you're checking under that classwork to see what tomorrow's video will be and what your next activity will be. Let me know if you have any questions. Great job, monsters. Bye, friends.